People, Deluded, I'm back again. I hope you're all doing well and safe, people. Quick video, I'm not going to be here long at all. Mavropanos has, as you lot know, he's on loan at Stuttgart. Their management and their club have confirmed that he has damaged, I believe, his meniscus and requires surgery. Now, the degree on the injury or the level of surgery required, I'm not sure. The duration he's going to be out for, I don't know. How this injury actually happened, I don't know. So I'm waiting for more details to emerge. But it is quite upsetting for Mavropanos because, as you lot know, he needs to play football. Like he's been starved of first team football, and when he has, it's been, you know, a constant theme of Mavropanos at Arsenal has been injuries. You know, he was able eventually to show some talent at Nuremberg on loan. He's in the top division now for Stuttgart, the perfect platform to play his way into Arteta's plans because, you know, we've got 8 centre-halves on our books. A lot won't be here next year. Or to force his way into a permanent move elsewhere, whether that be the Premier League, you know, similar German clubs because he's on loan at Stuttgart or whatever. You know, for me, I'm hoping Mavropanos, first and foremost, you know, if he doesn't make it, turns out to be, you know, a decent little profit for the club. You know, can we get a 10 million or so eventually? Or equally, I would like him to be an option because I personally would like, if I was Arteta, I'd like 5 centre-halves. 4 defenders that are realistically going to make up the bulk of my season, whether that be the league or whatever. And also an ex-man that's part of the squad. If anything happens, he can be utilised. Now, again, Saliba's situation is different, and he's been spoken about as going on loan, but he hasn't. So, or even if he hasn't, we do know in the short, medium, and long term, Saliba is part of the plans. We're aiming to get him levels to obviously partner Gabriel potentially. So Gabriel and Saliba are the ones for me. We all forget about Pablo Mari, and I do as well, because simply put, he's out of sight, out of mind. Hasn't had too many opportunities to display himself in an Arsenal shirt and show the Arsenal fans what he's on. But he was made permanent, so I'd imagine to some capacity, whether that's a squad player or whatever, he's going to be utilised. You know, the 3 new centre-halves brought in. Holding is someone that every year, you know, until he really kicks on a bit, he's always going to be linked with moves away. Equally, he's going to be linked with staying. Now, the homegrown ruling means, you know, we've got to keep hold of these lot. So Holding will get a knock looking for me. That's 4 man, you know. Again, I wouldn't mind Chambers staying and being part of it, but is he going to play significant football? Probably not. He needs to be moved on. David Luiz probably has the extension of another year in his contract. Probably will leave next summer, as will Socrates, probably the one definite, and Mustafi. So there's an option to claim a space and show Arteta that next season, you know, I can be a part of what you want to do. And he's not been afforded that because, again, you know, you can imagine this surgery means at least a couple of weeks on the sidelines. Again, I'm not a medical man. I don't know if he's going to be out for months, but injuries are part and parcel of football, you know. Just when you're getting going, it's going to knock you down. But it's sad because when you add up all of these injuries, okay, he's hardly, you know, been injured all the time, but they all add up, and he's at a stage where you kind of need to be consistently fit to get that run of form going, people. Let me just quickly browse on the internet by just typing in his name if there's any more specifics on Mavropanos, people. And he's 22 as well. It's quite sad, people. Like, he made his debut last weekend, I believe, in the Bundesliga officially, because he's been dealing with injuries. He's at 22. He needs to play fit, stay fit. He needs to put a run of form together. And, you know, for Arsenal, it's bad news because he signed a new deal. Whether he signed a new deal because, you know, we think he's going to make up a part of the future of this club, which I hope to be the case, or whether that was to protect our sale of our resale value, you know, new contract, top division loan in the Bundesliga, showcase your talent. If you get offers, we're in a stronger bargaining position, you know, because we might even bring in another centre-half next season. He needs to stay fit, man. He's made 1 appearance in the Bundesliga, and he's someone that hasn't got too many appearances. Like, I don't think he's played for the Greek national team. You know, if he was playing on a regular basis, that might be the thing. He got 70 minutes against Leverkusen last weekend, and now he's injured, people. And he hasn't got too much senior experience, you know. Back in his homeland at PSA Giannina, forgive me, made 20 appearances, you know. For Nuremberg, he made 12. For Arsenal, he's made 8. For Stuttgart, he's made 1. You know, this is a lot of inexperience, really. You know, he needs to, minutes are currency. And one thing about Mavropanos, he appears quite naive, you know. We were all asking, why doesn't he play? And he had a great performance away at Old Trafford a couple seasons ago. Equally, he was shaky. I remember Watford away. I don't think he was bad against Crystal Palace at home, but I remember him giving away a free kick which led to Benteke scoring. And the only way you're going to avoid these things is by getting more street smart and getting more experience. There's no substitute for game time. You know, he needs to go and play. You know, when he has been at Arsenal, he's been in the 23s, and sadly he has been in the injury room. And he seems to be back there. And to be fair, when I was doing all my interviews with the young players and whatnot, they, more than the fans, because obviously they play, they rate Mavropanos. They say he's solid, he's quick, he can play. You know, so I'm hoping he can, first and foremost, can you become can you claim a role for yourself in this new look defence next season for some way? Equally, you know, we still got a lot of areas to fix, and I wanted him to play well. Could it be a thing where his form makes it a thing where Arsenal might sell him? You know, we must have not brought him in for anything more than 2-3 million. Can you make a 10 or so? And again, in isolation, that's not a lot, but can you get 10 million in a resale? Can you pattern up other transfers as well in terms of outgoing? So hopefully it's a speedy recovery in the case of Mavropanos as well, people. It hasn't been, for our lone players specifically in Germany, it hasn't been much joy, because I'm sure you've all seen Matteo Guendouzi sadly tested positive to COVID-19. You know, we wish him a speedy recovery and anyone else who's going for it. But in relation to this vid, that's all I have to say, so I'm going to keep it moving. It's always a pleasure. Deluded, I'm out.